Here we go.
Shit. Oh my goodness.
Ready in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of PepTalks Podcast. This is episode 24, and we're here at Village Skate Park in Atlanta. I'm here with my boy. He is not only a video and content creator, but is also a sponsored skateboarder. Also, like working with brands like Monster, etc. Man, we've been growing up from high school. I haven't seen him in a while, so this is a cool recollection.
Thanks.
My boy Rob.
Yes, man.
Nice to have you
for
back,
having me, bro. Thank you for having me, for real.
Hell yeah,
this
dude.
is cool.
This is crazy. Like, we were talking about it like not too long ago when we did the photo shoot with LC. Somebody who we also went to high school with.
Right.
Doing their own thing.
Bro, full circle. It's crazy. It's so cool how people who are like got their own hustle and creativity going on from high school is like collaborating with people like later on in life. Like, I would never imagine. I mean, we was always cool in class though, so like it makes sense for things to come back around, man.
Right. And I feel like at a certain point, like some of these things cross with each other. We can relate on like maybe like video creating, and we don't do the same spectrum, but it's still at one point you're getting out there and you have to find it and everything.
It's so fire.
And right now, your everyday life, what's it like right now?
My everyday life, like right now, or like
at this moment in your life, like, well, how do you live?
Bro, I'll be honest, bro. It's like really right now in my point of life, I feel like I'm just like doing a lot of recollecting, because the past few months, man, I was just running. I was on a tour for like 2.5 months, like across the country, 28 shows. So like, bro, my life was literally like, wake up, get on the tour van, go to another state, unpack, go to do the show, come back from the show, go to sleep, do it all over again, bro. So like I was in a serious loop of just like the same action over and over again. So right now, man, I'm kind of like moving back from Michigan back to Atlanta. So like I'm kind of like collect myself at the same time. Also like get all my finances and shit together, because I'm gonna get in the house. So it's just like, it's a lot, man. But like I'm trying. It's kind of crazy because I'm kind of balanced, like getting my shit together while also creating content. And I was kind of like off it for like 2 weeks. And I was just dreading every day. I was like, damn, I'm supposed to be dropping a video. I was dropping like twice a day on YouTube, bro. And then it was like, had to come back. I just had to figure it out. But it's all good now, because like I'm able to talk clearly in my vlogs. I'm able to like actually get my words together. And you know what I'm saying? Make actual, quality content. So it's all good, man. So I can say right now it's just a lot of recollecting, but we getting there.
But I feel like that's something we should be experiencing now, trying to figure out what this all is going to be, for us, what we want to do, what we don't want to do.
Right.
And I feel like sometimes maybe in the past generations that got lost, because the responsibility got taken on a lot sooner to have a family, have kids, have a house like at this age.
Exactly.
Where now it's like, no, I want to do it right because it's my life. I don't want to live by anybody else's rules.
Right.
And I feel like we're like one of the first generations that's like, let's try it. Let's make this what we want to make it.
Facts. Yeah, bro, 100% on that one. Oh my goodness.
And so right now with getting out off of tour, in that life, what was your favorite part, and what was kind of like the one that you didn't like about touring?
That's funny. Instantly came to my mind was just like being on stage and just entertaining all the crazy motherfuckers in the crowd, bro. 'Cause like tour is literally just like people come there to fuck shit up. Like they're here to bump into the next person, throw an elbow maybe.
Mosh pits and
mosh,
shit.
bro. Just literally turn the fuck up. And that was honestly my favorite part, because like they just look at us like we're just like those guys, man. We're on the stage, bro. They look at you just like, wow, like these people are so cool, so lit, bro. They literally thought I was a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real. Like I was like, all your stories were just bah. Like, damn, that shit looks so fun as fuck,
man. They literally was like, look at these rappers. I'm like, I'm not a rapper, but fuck it, we lit, It's just, I guess it's just a positioning, how the perspective to make them think that. But, bro, I had so much fun, like connecting with like just the audience. Like I got kids Snapchats, Instagrams, Shit, I even got somebody's phone number, bro, because like I make merch too. I made all the merch for the tour, so it was just like so interesting. Like, bro, how can I get this? How can I get that? I'm just like, man, just follow me. But that was probably the best part though, just interacting and connecting with the audience, man. My least favorite part? Fuck. I want to say something other than traveling because that's easy.
But you guys were doing like the Sprinter or like an actual bus?
Yeah, using the Sprinter, bro.
How is that compared to like just a regular car?
It's
a little bit better or it's a lot better?
It's a lot better. I couldn't imagine being on tour in 2 months in like a regular like Tahoe or some shit. I probably would have cried because like I wasn't even satisfied with the amount of legroom I had. Cause like most of the space that was being taken up was by the luggage. Cause like I was with some motherfuckers, my homies, bro, shout out to them, bro. They were overpacked like a motherfucker. So literally, bro, imagine like you sleeping like comfortable and you barely got space. So like you got like this square or whatever and you chilling. And then like out of nowhere, like the homies driving crazy as fuck. And you wake up to like a fucking suitcase falling on your neck.
Jeez.
That's the position I was in the entire tour. So like, that probably,
having a good night's sleep and then you get hit in the head by a duffel and shit.
Like it's pitch black dark. I'm like, fuck, man. And everybody sleep. I'm the only one taking the pain.
Damn. Bro, I've heard of sleep paralysis, but the duffel hitting you in the stomach in the
10
middle
times
of the day?
worse, bro. I was like,
hell no.
And it's crazy because like, I have crazy nightmares. It's so weird. I have like weird nightmares. So imagine like, I'm having nightmares about, this motherfucker swerving, like we about to swerve off a bridge or some shit, cause he's swerving this bitch hard as hell. And I wake up to like, oh shit,
that's
the fucking suitcase.
Crazy.
Bro, it's so weird how shit was timed, bro. Like that's happened to me probably like a dozen times being on tour.
Damn.
But
and with
regardless though, it's experience though, so
it is
cool.
a good experience, and like at least you said the other day, like at least I tried it and I know what it is now.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like stuff like that is not something somebody is given randomly day by day, you know?
Exactly, bro.
So I feel like I've met a lot of people who also feel the same way about touring. If they're not like the main act or like that's not what they're really striving for, there's people who love that life. But there's other people who are like, I like doing my stuff, but in my time, in my space.
Yeah, I was feeling the same way, but like man, we always talked about, like, me and the homies always talked about, like, man, when we go on tour, and the opportunity finally came, so like we living it. But like, I feel like in anything you get into, it's always gonna have its downsides. But hey man, like when we go on the world tour, I'm looking forward to that too. But like, I'm probably good on touring for a little bit right now. I gotta get my shit together.
Yeah, and
I was going days without showers, man.
I can see how like it takes over like even like your own personal like content and all of that too, right?
Exactly.
Not only did it give you substance, but it also took your time away too.
Exactly. And like vlogs becoming repetitive because like I said, like I was doing the same thing over and over again. So I'm just like figuring out ways to spice things up, trying to like put in random skits between the vlogs and shits. But like, yeah. So it worked out though. Like I said, I'm super blessed for the opportunity.
Whoa! That's crazy. And you talked about the homies, and I know a couple of them from I've seen that you even hung out with them since I knew you in high school. Like, how crucial is it to have like a set crew and like stick with them?
Bro, what? It's so crucial, man. Honestly. Like, none of that would have happened if we didn't have the group we had. And I mean, like, bro, you can't do that. You can't do none of that by yourself. You literally can't. Like, and shouts out to Nassan for, like, actually trusting us. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he put a lot of trust into us to the fact that, like, he'll know that we do our job individually while he does what he got to do. And, like, I feel like it worked out very well for him because, like, at the same time, like, would you rather pay some random people to, like, move your shit and just do the job, or you might pay your homies, you know what I'm saying, who you're also living with, and you know what I'm saying, you also want, the benefit off of your success. So like, big shout out to Nassan, bro, because he was definitely looking out for us, man. So definitely gotta have a crew.
He's doing great right now too.
Yeah, shouts out.
That new tours, the new songs that are dropping. That shit's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's my guy, man.
And right now, so with your content, like, over 1 million views on YouTube and all, like, that's fucking crazy. Like,
Thank you.
what do you think has like set you apart, and how like have you put yourself into your content?
What sets me apart from like what other YouTube content?
Just like whatever you feel like people like are attracted to you or drawn to watching your content.
Well, I had to realize like it's crazy because like I always strive for like quality. Like I bought the most expensive cameras. I would make sure I had like all the gear because I was trying to like compete with like the top YouTubers all the time, bro. And I had to realize like that's not the way to do it. Even though like I got like I feel like I'm still like little undiscovered a bit. But what made me most successful in my videos was the transparency. You know what I'm saying? Because like bro, like why would I want to watch somebody who I can't like relate to or connect with? So the more transparent I became in like my content, bro, the more engagement I got, because I feel like I'm not the only one going through certain things in life. So like if I was able to like be transparent about the things I was going through, people could relate, and I could also show them a way how to overcome certain situations. And like when I realized that, bro, like it made me more confident in myself, because like if I'm providing value to people, bro, and like helping people change, like bro, I got a whole discourse where like it's probably like young kids, older people that like go through things in life and ask me advice, bro. Like I literally like people who I barely know have my number. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I love that feeling of just like extending myself to you. And like I'm not perfect either. You know, I'm still struggling with certain things. But the fact that like I strive to, you know, grow every day motivates the next person, bro. I'm doing it every time, any chance I get. So the transparency definitely to set me apart, and what I feel like benefited me most in my YouTube journey, bro.
Hell yeah, bro. Because that's what a lot of people have told me. Like, and even I tell now, because I've done this for a couple times, and I did it in different segments in my life, like the podcasting. And people ask me, like, how do I start?
Right.
And the way that we started, me and my homie, we did one back in the day, and it was just like, I'm like, just hit record. Like, grab your phone and use that, and then you see if it makes sense to buy the camera, buy the equipment. But if you can't do that, like having the equipment, I've noticed that that's not what it's gonna do for you.
It's not, bro.
It helps. They're tools, but they're tools. They're not the whole thing.
Exactly.
Like you can't just.
You need
it's like
an operator, man.
Exactly. I've seen people with like really shitty cameras do great work.
Exactly. Oh my
And you're
goodness.
like, dude, or they use it to their advantage. They use like the grain. They use all of that like to what they want to make it look like.
Right.
And I feel like that's only then we really know how far we can go. But if you just rely on the technology, and yes, you got AI, yes, you have ChatGPT, but even people at a certain point can even see the genuinity in that. They can see that it's not genuine. They can see that it's maybe lacking some type of human form.
Exactly, bro.
And I feel like, yes, we can kind of misjudge AI, but at a certain point, we know what humans are, what emotion is.
Right.
And once we realize that it's missing, that's when you feel like the disconnect.
Exactly. Y'all hear that, man? It's the value you provide the next person, which is going to take you to the next level. I guarantee you that, bro.
Hell yeah.
Biggest thing I've learned out of doing content. You know what I'm saying? You can look cool all you want, but it's just like, what did I gain from this? What did I gain from this? People, it's just human nature, you know? But, you know, it's cool. It's all good.
In high school, you did a lot, right, from what I remember, and now seeing you transform, you've done a lot of things. You just got good at, like, we played lacrosse, for nobody that knew. We were, like, playing against, like, the best league in the state, and we were, like, the first year. I don't know how that happened. Somebody they did us wrong on that one.
Bro, we was getting our ass whooped.
And now I see you, years later, fucking great-ass skateboarder, gnarly as fuck,
you, bro.
and then you're doing touring and all of that. And trying new things, what do you think is like the best way to attack him, or kind of like go towards them and trying new things that maybe you want to extend in your life?
How do I just go about it?
Yeah. There we go.
Bro. So my thing is, bro, like I'm big on growth and progression and purpose. Like I literally I wake up every day and I have a daily statement to myself, man. I'm just talking about like I'm either talking to God, I'm talking to myself, and I'm just asking for growth, wisdom. So like, what I realize is that we all have undiscovered talents. And it's like, it's gonna take you to put yourself out there to tap into it. So the way I just like go about certain things, bro, is I just give it a shot. I just give a shot at anything. I try it, you know? And like you never know, like it might be your $1 million shot. You never know. But at the same time, you also want to stick to the things that make you happy in life. You know what I'm saying? That give you passion. And never do anything like you might try something out, but like, and you're good at it. But if it's not your passion, like wake up and do it every day, like don't stick to doing it, bro, you know? And it's crazy how it works. You know, you can be really good at something, but like if it's just like not something you want to pursue every day, like you don't dream about it, you're obsessed with it, you're fiending for it, like let it go.
Right. I think that's when like people, they say like you got to learn when to quit, and I kind of believe it too, because when it's just not serving you in the ways that it's supposed to. Yeah. Because the things we do aren't supposed to be for the world. It really should be for us, and that would make us better in the world, you know? Right.
Happy people. I love that.
Yeah, because hurt people.
Right.
So I feel like that's what I had to like acknowledge in my life, that for this moment, if I'm gonna try anything, I'm gonna try that. Like at least I'll fail at that. But like Jim Carrey said it, like you can fail at doing shit that you don't want to do.
Shouts out Jim Carrey.
So you're like,
right.
What's the point, right? And monetary value has been big. I feel like especially like in our culture, like in the Hispanic culture, because you know work. You gotta work this certain job. Like I do construction still to this day.
Right.
But then and it gives me what it's given me. I've survived on it. I've done good on it. I've done bad, all of it, right? And I appreciate what it's taught me. But that I'm passionate about it, not really. And I made that kind of decision, not letting it go, because I feel like I can extend myself to what I want to do.
Right.
I'll let go of other things, like going out, let go of the shit that doesn't really matter. I'm willing to let go of that and to do at least this part.
Yeah.
Separate my life now, and whatever else comes later on, I'll find a way to fit it in.
So true, bro. And that goes to like another thing I live by. Like you have to give to receive. So like, bro, if you ask me, bro, I would just skateboard all day, literally. Like if I didn't have to worry about a bill, like or anything, or if I just had something to work on autopilot, just expressing myself to the next person, like I'll just skateboard and talk, like, you know. But like I fell in love with just like giving. So yeah, that's what you know motivates me to go out and do the extra things that I do. But like my problem is I will never do anything I don't want to do, and sometimes that might hurt me financially. But you know I'm big on faith, so like I know it's all gonna work in the end. So
that's the crazy shit to me, bro. Like I'm not in the place like that I thought I would be at this age. But I don't feel regret or nothing, and I feel like that's the only thing that's just keeping me like going, like sane.
Exactly.
That is like, yeah, I don't have this, I don't have that, and I've had it. I know what it tastes like, I know what it looks like, what it feels like, and I don't give a fuck. I really don't.
Good shit, bro. Yeah, man.
And I'm just like,
that's how you gotta move, bro.
Right? And I feel like people have gravitated to tell me that. And the times where you feel like you're not doing much, you're not really. Maybe you're not contributing like you should. All those doubts, we have them, right? It's what makes us, again, human.
Exactly,
we care.
Man.
We have to care at a certain point. But letting go of a lot of shit that I carried, I feel like helps you find like what makes you click, what makes you go, what makes that shit pump, you know?
Bro.
And
so
yeah,
crazy.
It's cool. I want to use this too, like to show people like it doesn't have to be like leave your job now, but like start exploring shit on the side. Find something that, again, makes you click and then go. That's why I told people, I'm like, it takes a long time. That's the thing, that it takes a long time. It does take time.
I was a dumbass, though. I just left. I left working. I left it. But, like, I definitely, like, at least had a couple hundred just to, like, and by the grace of God, I got, you know what I'm saying? I found a way, but, it took time, bro. It took time to, like, it took more than just figuring it out. It took, like, figuring myself out, too. So, like, bro, this journey in life, you gotta wake up every day and just realize, like, I get to do this shit, you know? And that's just a start to motivating yourself, whatever you want to do.
Hell yeah. What was like maybe like the turning point for you, or like what was like the bottom where you were like, maybe this isn't what it is? If you don't mind sharing that. Because I know we have a lot.
Yeah, bro. You know, it's crazy. Like, the only way I would feel like that if I'm not on my shit, if I'm not journaling, if I'm not taking care of my health, if I'm not, you know, diving into self-development, books, education. If I'm not educated, I'm not learning, bro. I always feel stagnant. And when you feel stagnant, it's when you get down on yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you refuse to learn and like also teach yourself, then you reach a bottom. And it's hard to come up from that. But like I'm telling you, like once I like I say, like how transparent I am and how I'm talking, like there's people who do that too. And like it might resonate with me, and then I get a little, you know, I get a little spot of energy. But like my lowest, bro, is probably like when I was working. That was my lowest, because like it's just like it wasn't taking me nowhere. Then like literally after I left that shit alone, and I felt like I had control of my life.
Yeah.
Even though like when you stop working, like 9 to 5 or like any job, you work 24/7. So. You know, but like I'd rather this, bro, because I'm building towards something.
Because I feel like it follows the idea of if you love what you do, it doesn't really feel like you're.
It doesn't feel like work, exactly. And when it starts to feel like work, it's when it's just like,
right?
You know,
like when it feels forced, because then again, people will see through it. Whether it's your clients, whether people you serve, the people who watch you, like anything you do, at a certain point, it'll start to turn mediocre, and then you get bad results.
Right.
Because you don't care. Like a paycheck can take you away from it. Somebody
Literally,
offers
bro.
you money to go do something else. And I get that, because at a certain point, especially if you bring somebody into the world, you have a kid, you have a wife, we got to be a little responsible.
You have to.
But that's why I always tell people, like, especially as men, we're very comfortable when it comes to women sometimes. And I tell my brothers, like, sometimes you got to just suck it up and be alone. And then you present a better way to yourself to the world. But I see a lot of guys that I feel like they have a lot of frustration stuck in them. And maybe it's self-frustration. And they can't voice it. And the times they do, it's bad and it's weak. And I feel like, again, hurt people. I believe that all the way through.
Well, 100%.
So I feel like as a man, and I've heard this through people that I've seen success, like take a little bit of time. Like just take a little time, try to figure it out. And I feel like that's what's gonna like set you apart in your future life with whoever you end up with.
Right. And it's crazy you say that, bro, because like, bro, I've been living with my homies for like 6-7 years, and like I just now like moved away a bit. But like, don't get me wrong, bro, living with your friends is like super beneficial, you know what I'm saying? Also like being creatives, like you guys motivate each other, you work out together, and I highly recommend doing it, you know, because like it's a huge learning curve in your life. It's gonna like shape you as a man, but it also, being alone, 100% I can say, builds you like stronger than ever. Cause like I've been alone ever since tour. I've been away, so I've been like time to like have my own opinions or like motivate myself and just realize that like I can't, like I'm here now as I first came into this world, like by myself. Not saying like, not excluding family or whatever, but like before I moved in with the homies, I was by myself, I was thinking, but like now I came into like, I'm by myself now with a different mindset, you know what I'm saying? I learned a lot from staying with the homies, and like now I'm able to like use that to push myself to learn a lot more. Bro, I can't even explain it. You guys, you just have to be alone to like really know yourself, bro. It's so crazy because I'm doing a lot right now, and I feel like I'm growing so much just by being alone. Like I'm doing a 75-day challenge, being sober. I'm drinking a gallon of water. I don't know how I'm doing it. I'm pissing so crazy right now. It's insane. But like it's an amount of discipline that it's giving me right now, bro. And like I always love to challenge myself. Like I love to challenge myself because like I feel like if I could do this, it's like skateboarding, bro. This is why like I identify as skateboarding, bro. Like I would never, like, my roots is skateboarding. If I can do this 10 stair, why can't I do this 10 stair in the streets? If I could do like these ramps behind me, I could like, this shit's big as fuck. Why can't I do something else, you know what I'm saying, smaller than that in the stair? Like it eliminates that fear from like, if you've done this becomes nothing. So I'm like, the more you challenge yourself, man, you kind of like kind of like match the level of play. If it's the playing field, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm in that motion right now. It's just like, man, me and the homies were on tour, talked to thousands of people, shook thousands of hands, been to corporate meetings with record labels. I'm just like, if I compare this to life, I'm just like, bro, what can I not do? So like, a lot of reflecting of being by yourself and just like understanding just like your potential is there and is over above what you think it actually is as well. So
Hell yeah.
Crazy, man. You smoke?
Hell yeah.
Here you go.
I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, you be smoking still?
Oh, actually, I went sober on alcohol in 2023, like the beginning.
Oh, nice.
And then I transferred into smoking.
Smoking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't used to smoke.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd rather do that 10 times, like, any day of the week.
I literally give up something. Like, I don't know. It's just balance, man. You have to. You don't have to, but like, it helps.
Man,
I don't drink at all. I haven't drank in like years.
Yeah,
But
right
I
now
put
I'm
down
in my
weed and
2
pick it
years
up.
right now in
2 years?
In New Year's, 2 years.
2 years. Okay, nice, bro.
So,
Nice.
and people ask me like, when are you gonna drink? I'm like, bro, I watch you guys every weekend. I don't miss that shit. Like, I don't miss the waking up and not being able to do nothing the next day, or feeling like
what made
shit.
you stop?
That honestly.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, in that time when like 2 years ago when I started to change a lot of shit in my life. I was like, I want to do this. I want to take myself seriously. I wanted to go the route of therapy, but I was like, you know what? Let me try first. Let me see what I can accomplish, and once I need that push, I'll look for it. It's not an ego thing. It was more of like, let me challenge myself. I was overweight, like stagnant in my work and not doing anything extra. Like, it's just work, and I was in a relationship, and that's not saying like that's the reason why, but I was just very comfortable. And
but comfort will kill you, man.
And it was I always tell people, I'm like, it was a specific night, fucking tired from work, laid up on the couch, and I'm just like, fuck, dude, like I don't want to do this anymore. Like, this isn't me. Like, what the fuck am I doing? My body literally pushed me up like, bro,
Wow.
you're tripping. And so when I started that journey of changing, it was just like, what can I control? What can I really change first over anything? Because obviously I can't be like, let me become a millionaire by next month. Unless I fucking hit the lotto or I'm, something,
Yeah.
So I was like, let me start with.
I love how real you was being with yourself.
Yeah, it was just.
for sure.
I mean, sometimes you gotta start small because if you go too fast,
Yeah.
I get tired. I know who I am. I know what I've done and what I've tried.
100%.
And you gotta mark it and be like, all right, this didn't fucking work.
Yeah.
Not doing that again. Boom.
Yeah.
So when I started looking at what I could control, that was like the first thing that I saw was taking my money, not making me better, and honestly, I was doing it maybe for a social norm. And I realized that even more when I became sober, where people were like, they don't like it when you say no, especially because for years, I've been drinking since I was 15. I was working, so it's easy to go and be like,
Yeah,
let me get
literally.
it. You find somebody old enough, you fucking dumb enough, you pay them
Exactly.
$20.
Yeah, I was on the same shit.
And
being
so
young.
I just didn't, it was too much. It was too long for me to hold it.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm cool. I lived that 21 life at like 18. I was going out with people who were already 24 and I was barely 18. So I
Yeah.
grew up quick. I enjoyed it. Cool. But
That's
I'm
crazy,
done.
bro. That was so me in high school.
Right.
I was hanging out with senior. Like, when I was a freshman, I was dating the senior chick. Like.
Yeah, when we were freshmen, we were throwing parties and seniors would pull up.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're just like, okay, cool. And that's when I tell people, I'm like, maybe it's a different life than a lot of people were just fucking jerking off and playing Warzone in high school.
Bro,
and I was
what?
like, I never liked video games. I never looked at like games at all. I was just
Yeah.
always outside body, like, come on, let's go see
Yeah.
we can make anything shake, let's go. And I feel like
100%.
that's what drinking was. It was just like, I didn't really enjoy it, bro. And
Yeah, I feel like being faded is just a distraction to like from what you're actually wanting to do.
what everybody tells me is that like I love that who I am on it, and I'm like, bruh, like you can't depend on something to be somebody better. Like that's a crutch, like that you're putting on a mask. And I'm like, you can't. If you're gonna be that person, be it.
Right.
But be it sober. Try it sober.
Bro, I think what made me want to be sober, cause like it was a point where I like Like, I'm not smoking weed right now. It's probably been like almost a month. But like, I challenge myself with like crazy tea breaks. Like, I'll take like a year off or like half a year off. Cause like every time I smoke, bro, I smoke. And that's literally from like high school. Like we were saying, like I was hanging out with older crowds. I remember the first time I started smoking, bro, and like, I'm just like, what was I like before I started smoking? And I really asked myself that. I'm just like, you know what? And that's what made me put down, like, stop smoking, stop like doing anything. Cause I wanted to like tap into who I was before. And like, it's the only thing I don't like, the me not smoking, is the fucking nightmares I be having.
I heard of that
I be
shit.
having nightmares. It's so bad. I don't know why. It's so weird. But like, at the same time, I'm clear thinking. I don't feel weird in the mornings when I wake up. I don't know why. Like, you be feeling drunk off weed. I don't know. It's some weird shit.
We were talking about like being sober right now. What is one thing that besides even like the crutch of it, what is something that helps you being sober, like that you feel like right now doing it at least for a month of nothing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what else have you noticed that like has upped up maybe your day to day?
Just, bro, it's like I just have to replace it with something like no smoking. Okay, so what am I more inclined to doing? Like, shit, working out, you know what I'm saying? Or actually like trying out something, or reading books, or like something I always wanted to do. I'm able to replace the activity. So I guess it's like, it's giving me the more willpower to actually do more. And then like I'm also reading books on that too. Like, doing more is like, it's going to get you to that next level. But like when like you're doing drugs and things, it's just like, it's just you do that and then it's just that. It's kind of like push you at a middle ground and just being comfortable. So you like the urge to want to do something, it's just replacing bad habits. Let's just say that. So I stop one thing and then I have to pick up something else. It's just balance. So yeah.
And I noticed that so like how I told you like how I let go of it and I replaced a little bit with weed, and we try to find that balance. Do you feel like there is like a work-life balance sometimes, or sometimes it has to be kind of like either or?
A work-life balance?
Because even when following passions, you do have work, like emails,
yeah.
like you gotta sell, you gotta start, there's work to
have,
it.
Like, I see this being like an entrepreneur or businessman. So like, you have all these talents and all these things you're doing, but you also have to have like an entrepreneur side to yourself. Because when it comes time to like, okay, like what I'm doing can, make me some money, you're gonna have to know how to like format a contract or like negotiate, so like you have to learn another skill of just like being an entrepreneur to actually like follow through with what actually you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're successful and extremely talented at what you're doing on the side. So I guess you could say it's like there's no work without play. Definitely.
Yeah, and I feel like you couldn't appreciate.
No, my bad. I play without work. Because we all want to play first, but you got to work to play. I guess it goes both ways.
It goes both ways, because I like the way that now that you said it, like work without play, because then you kind of can't differentiate what you don't like and what you do like about the life about it.
Right.
It can go both ways. I think so. But yeah, I think that the one thing that maybe I've kind of tried to let go of is just trying to be balanced all the time. Like, there's times where you're gonna have an imbalance and you're not gonna feel fully connected to what you're doing.
Exactly.
But as long as like, I think faith was also big with you, like in yourself. Maybe spiritually, I have faith spiritually, but in myself, I have a lot of faith that like, even if I fail at it, I'll still try to do my best to either fix it or get back on top.
Right.
And I feel like that's gonna push you a lot more. And I feel like being sober, that's what helps it too. Kind
100%.
of like staying a little bit more focused. At a certain point, I feel like I am gonna let go of this. Maybe it could be considered a habit, but I would like it to be like on somebody, like maybe a family, like, having kids and everything. That's worth it, because it's an entertainment within itself, to be watching, somebody growing and it's yours. So maybe that's something that I'll probably look for in life. Bro, I know we talked about like the skateboarding and like like how you started. I don't know if you mind sharing that one more time. Like, that was fucking
how I
crazy,
started?
bro.
Of course, my favorite. Yeah, man. So when I first started skateboarding, bro, I was 7 years old, man. I'm 26 now. So my dad just had a clothing brand, and I guess one of the graphics he had was on a skateboard, because skateboarding is big in Cali. It's like it's so culture. So he had me modeling the skateboard, but like after the shoot was over, bro, I didn't want to give up the skateboard. So like I ended up like keeping it. So my stepmom took me to get grip tape, grip tape wheels and shit for it. And then, bro, after that was like history, man. I was just standing on it, doing little things. I didn't know what I was doing, because like, you know, like being on the internet and thing wasn't big back then.
Yeah.
Or I mean, I'm not sure my circumstances. I was just less fortunate to actually be on the internet, you know. So I didn't know what I was doing, but I was able to like figure out how to like distribute my weight on the board to the point where I can like stand on it or like kick push. But I remember, bro, deeply that it was two guys that lived close to me, and they would always warm up in the same alleyway. So I would just watch them. I've never in my life said a word to them. I just watched them. I mean, I remember one time them like acknowledging me because they seen I had a skateboard, and like, but like other than that, I was just watching them. So I guess that's where like the tricks and like me understanding that there's more things to skateboarding came from. So like I guess one day my stepmom took me to my first skate park. It's called Ocean Beach Skate Park. It was my first skate park. Man, first thing I did when I got there was drop in, and like on like the biggest bowl.
It's so still gnarly as fuck to me.
It's so fucked, man.
I've stood at the edge of a bowl and you're just like, how? Like, what the fuck?
Bro, I just went for it. And like from then on there, bro, I was like, wow. I couldn't get out the bowl though. It was weird. Like I can get in, but I couldn't get out, bro. I had my stepmom freaking out the entire time. But like I guess from that point on, man, kind of like just set me on the way to just like, this is what I like to do. It's cool. It feels good, you know? And I was, ever since, bro, I just haven't been able to step off the board.
Now I know that maybe like this isn't like the full, like you don't probably won't look at it ever as like a career, more as just your passion, an extension of you.
Right.
But what was it like receiving your first big break, like as a like being sponsored, and like I learned that terminology of what you see as pro, and like, you know, sometimes people don't do it to become pro.
Right.
But what did it feel like to get recognized like that and like be
promoted
and everything?
It was so cool, because like I didn't even know what to call it at the time. My first big sponsor, or but it was really just like off the strength of love. It was called Born to Skate, and it was ran by this guy named Doug. Shouts out Doug, man.
Shouts out,
bro. He just started like giving me like, he had a clothing brand called Born to Skate, and he just started giving me clothes, you know, shirts. And I had homies who did pictures and shit. So we was just like doing photo shoots, and we was making it work. And he was like, you know, I was adding value to the brand, which is why he was just feeding me shit, man. And from him, from Born to Skate, bro, he put me on a DTLR, and I had a DTLR skate sponsor.
Oh shit, that's cool.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Cause like that's what I'm saying, bro.
I didn't even
like,
know they did that.
They did it, bro. It was just a hookup. I was hosting events, and like DTLR would come and like set a tent up and just like talk to people. So like, bro, I realized that like what I was doing was like helping people push their program, and that's literally been like what I've just been doing my entire life now. Just like I see like a sponsorship bigger than just being sponsored, or like repping the brand, or like I'm good, you know. Like no, I'm adding value to somebody else's company, and they have full faith and belief in what I got going on to push me and, you know, supply me with boards, clothes. And man, it's just been full circle since then, bro. I'm good connections with everybody, and like they introduced me to other people, and that's kind of like how like that whole like sponsorship or being like endorsed happened. Just being like recommended or just acknowledged by other people. But yeah, big shout out to Doug, man.
Bro, hell yeah. Like, I feel like that probably, like, to get a chance taken on you, I feel like it's not pressure, it's more like, fuck yeah, finally I get a shot and somebody gets to see what I can do. But one thing I always loved about the skating community is that you guys aren't looking for it for the money or the fame. Like a lot of these guys always hear like I would have kept doing this if I was broke.
Right.
Like I was broke when I first started, and that's my best years even because yeah, I noticed that this is something you gotta do for a really long time. Like you gotta put hours to
You
really
definitely do.
Like I've seen somebody like try. Like one of my favorite tricks is Aaron Homoki. He did the 50 stairs in Paris.
Oh my goodness.
And
What?
he does it the first time he goes around and breaks his ACL, completely shatters it. Goes through rehabilitation. 8 months later, goes back to Lyon and fucking
Sounds
hits
about
it.
right. That's skateboarders, bro.
And I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Like, that to me means like for 8 months, it was eating at him that you didn't do it, you didn't do it, you didn't do it. And like restlessly went back. And to me, I feel like that's what translated like, there has to be a certain respect to the sport because it's just these people are putting in like we talked about like the sweat equity. Like yes, maybe it's not. I'm putting in money and the ROI is gonna be insane. It's more of like I'm willing to put my body on the line, like to my face. Like this is just me.
Yes,
and I think that's just what like I feel like it attracts everybody. Because you're watching people do something that like is not something you just pick up.
Exactly, bro. That's why I identify as skateboarding, man, because like it's just all about resilience. It's just like getting up, falling, taking a hard slam, and it's life, bro. Failing, getting back up and trying again, bro. It's like I just been pushing skateboarding, bro. It's literally like who I am, and it's changed me, like my whole perspective on life.
Because it is crazy that if you see the evolution of it, you used to see like even tricks that like Tony Hawk used to do nowadays are considered beginner tricks to even a lot of vert skaters because the game just processes. Somebody else comes along the way and they might just have a different talent towards it and they're just gonna push it. So it definitely is one of those sports, and especially like how you love to challenge yourself almost every day basically. I feel like that's a cool way to like really keep challenging yourself.
Exactly, bro.
Because you can try a new trick, and then after that, be like, what are variations of this trick could I do? So I can see how you definitely like relate to it and kind of like identify with it, because it's definitely not an easy feat.
Definitely not.
Man, I think one of the things that I really don't want to leave out, and I love that you were expressive about, was this whole trying phase that you're on in your life. I identify with it because I'm trying to like better myself in any way that I can. I think for the most part, one of my goals is to just have a family, and I feel like I said it earlier in another podcast where I heard Sebum say it too. He's like the weightlifter, bodybuilder, and he kind of talks about like at a certain point, your kids will know who you are, and I think that's been sitting in my head a lot. Like, who am I gonna present them? Because he's like, yes, when they're kids, they see you as a hero. You're the best. They can't see your flaws yet. They just truly, because that's the only thing they know, you're the best guy there is. But once they get more worldly and they kind of like open their eyes, who are they gonna see?
100%, bro.
You talked a lot about how sometimes you gotta separate. You kind of have to put yourself to the side and see, like, am I good to go with somebody and be with somebody, or should I be by myself?
Right.
Like, how important has that been for you right now? Like, now that you talked about it, maybe you reflected a little bit on it, like what could you share to the people about it, especially young men who are trying to grow up, you know?
Yes, man. Oh, bro, super important, bro. It's crazy you said, like, how, like, your kids are going to be, like, looking at, like, who your father was, bro. Because I feel like right now, in the point in our life right now, we're writing the pages of our history book. And like we're just like barely scraping the edge and just like trying to like gather and do as much as we can to like live up to what our reputation is going to be in the future. So like when you do have a family, they'll be able to look back like, yo, dad was going crazy. Dad was accomplishing things. He was somebody, you know, like you're actually setting goals, or like you're not thinking about it really, but like you're really like setting a standard for them, you know what I'm saying? Like when they grow up, they want to be like dad, or they want to accomplish things, and they want to write their own history chapters. So I'm big on that too, bro. That's why like trying every day, like I say, like we got undiscovered talents. That's why putting yourself out there and just like giving things a shot, bro, is super important. But also like having the passion to do these things, bro, is very important, because doing things you don't like, it's not gonna go well, man. Bro, yeah. But it's crazy you say that, bro. I'm super big on that, bro. Like living with purpose is so important to me, man. Because literally, you're not only are you doing it for like your future family, but you're doing it for like the future kid who doesn't know where to start in life or doesn't know where to go. know what I'm saying? And then they get to look at your chapters and be like, wow, like, this guy was fucking awesome. And that goes far, bro. Like, adding value to this world and this life, man, is super important.
And I think, like, a lot of people, because there's so few winners, the only way we can relate is through failures. And I feel like if you can't voice that, you are taking away from somebody that could probably use you as an example of what not to be,
right?
Or like what the path looks like that they're on, and if that's something they want to do. And when you keep it to yourself, I feel like that's when you cut that off. You cut that connection off of what somebody could have been,
right?
And yeah, like being the best self is just a representation of what I say. It has some backing to it. Like, trust that when I tell you something. But I have felt that way in the past where there's certain guys that will come up to you trying to tell you a certain way, but you're like, bro, I see right through it. I'm sorry. Like, I always say observe, but don't absorb. Like,
oh, I like that.
And it's just try to like pay the respect that maybe you might, but I just don't see it. And I feel like that's sometimes, it's not like care what people think about you, but if you're going to be considered credible, where are the credits, you know? Like, roll them. We got to see them.
Right.
And yeah, like, that's fucking awesome that you see it that way. Like, that's what's going to do. That's what's going to take to be that guy that you want to be. That's why I always tell people, like, being on your own, like, take the time to, like, push yourself to, like, whatever limits you thought you had. And then you'll, like you said, you'll keep finding new things that surprise you about yourself.
Yes, man. You're learning yourself as you go in this life, bro.
Because, like we talked about, like, looking for it. I think like trying to find that person within itself, that concept, that journey is so long, and I feel like that's the only thing that people, even myself, has sometimes strayed away from trying hard things. That the process is just, you know, like we get that like gratitude that we want to have consistently, but it's not there. And if you're gonna fight for something, at least fight for like something that's worth it. Like, if you want that gratitude, make it big, something that's fucking, that it costs you something, because I feel like that's where the credit comes in. Hell yeah. Right now with the content and everything you're doing, you're getting these crazy views on YouTube. Congrats on that.
Thank you.
Like somebody that's trying it, to me, it's just like, fuck, that's, when I get there, there's gonna be a crazy feeling.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
But I see, like, bro, like, the day we were working with OC again, like, you were fucking filming. Like, I know this is everyday thing, probably editing. Again, when it comes back to the work, sometimes even if it's your passion, there's still some work to it. Like, there's things that you're not gonna like.
Yeah, it's that editing part, bro. That editing part definitely does it to me. The editing is just like,
I'm not a big editor too. But I get the fact that, like, in order to go to like the directing part, going to actually like writing, you gotta kind of know all of the aspects of it.
Bro, it's so crazy you say that, cause like I literally edit. I literally, like, I will shoot something the way I know I want to edit it. So like I'll be like, all right, hey, look. I would like throw a skit in my vlog. I'd be like, hey, do this real quick, because I know I want to edit something like funny in there. So I will record a certain way, just so I know like I got the edit, or either like it could be a sound effect. It's so crazy, bro. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this, or like if I record this, I'm gonna add some sound effects behind it. It's gonna be hilarious. You know what I'm saying? So like that's something I do admire about my vlogs, bro. I'm just super creative, bro. Like, with the sound effects too, like, I literally make my own sound effects if they don't exist. I'll record in my phone.
And then you're just kind of like,
then I add it to the clip. And like, I make my own sound effect, bro. I'm just like, and it's so, and I love when people like, I don't even care, like, but I guarantee you not everybody like pay attention to shit like that.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
But I feel like when you do it repeatedly, somebody picks up on it.
Yeah.
And I like that. Like, there's still people out there. Like, long form content is coming back. I truly have a feeling about it. I see it through Sam Sulek, who like doesn't do any edits, doesn't do anything.
That guy.
And he gets numbers. His retention rate is very impressive.
Oh my goodness.
And to me, it's just it just shows that, like, again, when we talked about being genuine, like, dude, if you can't be like transparent and be original, where it's hard though, because a lot of these things have been explored. I talk about people like when we say try, because a lot of people, that the reason why we have the things we have today is because people have tried. People have tried to go farther than themselves. And like, man, if I can make this work, it'll help a lot of people.
Exactly,
or inspire, or it'll entertain. There's a lot of ways to get out there, but I definitely see that way, bro. All right. We're here actually at like Atlanta Village Skate Park. Super dope spot. Like right now that I'm looking at it more, Salty shredded on the drums. He's gonna be in one of the edits. That's just gonna be fucking cool. This just feels like home, bro. Like this is like home base for you. Like what was it like being part of this?
It was a dirty job, man. It was a dirty job, bro. Like this building wasn't even like the first one we was in, man. Like down there, it was way worse. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because like it brought together a community of people who had similar interests, and it wasn't all skateboarders, bro. It was like some guys, some rollerbladers, some bikers, and this is a beautiful sight, bro. It's to see like people create and also just like give a helping hand to just do what they passionately love to do. And like, man, bro, it's been like 5 years now. 5 years ago.
Damn.
Yeah, we was sweeping up dust. I was going home with dirt under my nails, in my nose.
I bet, dude. I've done demo in some of these spots, and it's
so
crazy.
So bad, bro. So bad. So like being here right now, and like I feel like this place can go even further. It's still just an amazing thing to see, bro.
And again, it's somebody who just had the balls to just say, I'm gonna try it.
Bro, took on a huge task. He just gave it to him. He was like, hey, you guys can have this. You guys take care of it. Man, it was so much rubbish. We was cleaning the whole summer, bro. So imagine just being sweaty with dirt on you. Just, Bro, it was crazy, bro. But like I'm saying, man.
And right now, like it just, like you said, I like earlier, like it's all built from like anything that you guys could find, things that were donated. Like I feel like that just speaks more of like what skateboarding is, just more of like a community thing overall.
Exactly, bro.
Right now, I just saw some kid eat shit, and the other guy just coming to pick him up, like hurry the fuck up. Yeah, like that's just. I feel like that's what it is. Like like obviously we know like this shit hurts.
Yeah.
But like that's just part of the job.
It is. Yeah.
It's part of the job, and then
Yeah,
go and do it. Go and figure out like what's the next step on it.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, like I definitely recommend you guys. Like, what's the regimen in here, bro? Like to get into skate over here. What do you think it is?
What's the regimen?
Yeah, like how could you come and like just pull up?
Just pull up, literally. Like, this place is open arms, bro. Like you're not gonna be denied at all. No matter who you are, what you believe in, what you do. Everybody's accepted, bro. Everybody can be a villager, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have the funds to get in here, it's only like $8. But if you don't have the funds, man, then they'll offer you to like, can you help us with some work? Could you help us move some things? Could you help us like with a hand? Anything. And then you can skate the whole day. Like that's what I'm saying. Like this place is bigger than just a payment to get in, or like it's deeper than that, bro. Like it's a community thing. Like every hand like helps. Like, anything helps, literally anything. So just pull up, literally just pull up.
Oh yeah, guys. I'll be posting like all of the information from here. Man, it was super awesome being here. Like this is just, it's just a whole vibe, man. I hope you guys can one day experience something like this, bro.
Shouts out TK, man.
I appreciate you being here, bro.
Yeah, man.
I think besides that, like there was other things that maybe we talked about, but we covered most of it. Mm-hmm. And I hope that we could do maybe other shit in the future,
we
like more
collabs.
Where can people find you? Like, what are you promoting right now?
Okay, y'all, you guys can find my sexy ass on Brazzers at ROBB. All social
you guys
medias,
might
man,
think he's kidding, but maybe he won't.
Am I? ROBBGUISE, Rob Guys, on everything, man. You guys, it's hard to find me in person, but you can definitely find me on social media. Guys, please support, man. And
hell yeah, because this dude's active, man. I see him talking about, like, I'll post, like, trading info. I'll post, like, workouts.
Yeah.
And, man, I think that's, like, again, contributing, like, to it. Like I said earlier, like, I feel like the way we can pay, if anything, a type of rent to being on Earth, is just contributing. What can you give away, like, from what the fruits of your labor?
Sweat equity? I love that shit.
Hell yeah, bro, because if we can give something, it can be ourselves, at least a part of it. Obviously, don't give your whole self to the world, but I feel like what's a life that you can't to live that you can't leave anything. Like
Facts.
it's all just for me.
Living with purpose, bro. Every day.
Hell
Every
yeah.
day.
And I hope whatever you guys get out of this is just, man, have fun with it. Really, really enjoy what you do. And trust me, like somebody who's trying, two guys here that are trying. There's a bunch of guys out here that are trying. Like it's just a better way to live.
It is.
I go to like, I believe in mental health like problems like depression, anxiety, but
Big time.
when
Big time.
you find ways to kind of like shut that down without it being the use of drugs, like abusing substances, abusing yourself and all of that, it's just a whole better way of living. And I really just appreciate that. Bro, I appreciate your time.
Hey, man. Thank you,
I hope it still
Daddy.
comes out to a good ass fucking episode. I think so. And man, so the next time, guys, thank you so much. Pep Talks, episode 24. We're on it. Thank you, Village Skate Park. Thank you, TK. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you,
Thank
bro.
you guys so
Literally,
much.
thank you, man.
Fuck yeah. Let's go.